of tickets. So in this case, I made a word problem for us. Let's go ahead and read this together. This one involves purchasing tickets to the symphony. It says, Princess Snowfall wants to attend the symphony for her 17th birthday party. The ticket prices are 10 emeralds for one adult ticket and 7 emeralds for one child ticket. 1,450 tickets were sold and 13,150 emeralds was collected. How many tickets of each type were sold? So this character in this word problem, Princess Snowfall, she is actually in a painting that I made for this character. So I would love to show you this painting. She is actually an archangel. I gave her very beautiful wings. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. I hope you like it. So this is the main character of the word problem. Her name is Princess Snowfall, and she is an archangel, and today is her 17th birthday. And I titled this piece, Princess Snowfall in the Land of Beautiful Creatures. I hope you like it. Furthermore, in honor of this word problem, since she is attending the symphony, I drew a clarinet. I hope you like it. So this is for the word problem. The clarinet represents the symphony that she's going to. And so let's go ahead and get started with solving this word problem. So, what do we know? Do we know how many tickets were sold? Yes, we do. So let's ask ourselves, how many tickets were sold? And there were a lot of tickets sold, over 1,000. To be exact, there were 1,450 tickets that were sold for this symphony. And we have to ask ourselves, how much money was collected? Do we know that? Yes, we do. So how much money was collected? And then this time, it's not dollars. The currency here is emeralds. So there were 13,150 emeralds that was collected. Since there were 2 unknowns, we need 2 equations. And let's go ahead and define the variables. We don't know how many adult tickets were sold, so therefore let A equal the number of adult tickets sold. We don't know how many children tickets were sold, so therefore we are going to let C equal the number of child tickets sold. And with all of this information, we can start to construct our money equation. So let's go ahead and do that. So from the word problem, we know that 10 emeralds was the price for one adult ticket. So we're going to take this fraction and multiply it with our variable. So we have 10 emerald per one adult ticket times our unknown times our variable A adult tickets, and all of this can be set all over 1. So we have 10 emeralds per one adult ticket times A adult tickets all over 1. This is our first fraction. This is our second fraction, and we're multiplying these two fractions. So whenever we're multiplying two fractions, let's go ahead and see if we can cancel out any units. In our numerator, we have adults on top. In our denominator, we have adults on the bottom. So, because these two fractions are being multiplied, we can cancel out those units. Let's go ahead and cancel out this unit on top with this unit on the bottom. And what are we left with? What unit are we left with? We're left with emeralds. So let's go ahead and multiply everything. We have 10 times A is equal to 10A. And 10A is in terms of money. In this case, 10A is in terms of emeralds. All right, this is beautiful. So far, so good. What else do we know from this word problem? We know that the price of one child ticket is 7 emeralds. So we have 7 emeralds per one child ticket. And we can take that piece of information and multiply it by our variable C. So we have 7 emeralds per one child ticket times the number of C child tickets, and we can put that all over 1. All right, the setup is good. Right here, let's look at our numerator. The unit of child tickets is on the top. Let's look at our denominator. We have the units of child ticket on the bottom. Right here, we can actually cancel these units out. Let's cancel out this unit and this unit. And what unit are we left with? We're left with emeralds. So we have 7 times C, which is equal to what? Let's put it together. So 7 times C is equal to 7C. And 7C is in terms of money. In this case, the money is in emeralds. So we have 10A up here, we have 7C down here, and these two terms are what we need to construct our money equation. So let's go ahead and do that. So our money equation in terms of emeralds. We have 10A plus 7C is equal to the number of emeralds that was collected. And how much was that? It was 13,150 emeralds. So our first equation is all set up. And it looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and set up our second equation. And our second equation is going to be the amount of tickets equation. So I'm going to put that off to the side. Let's go ahead and set our second equation up. We have our first variable, the number of adult tickets sold, plus our second variable, the number of children tickets sold, is equal to the total number of tickets sold. And from the word problem, we know that 1,450 tickets were sold. So that was the total. And we have our two equations. So there's our system. All right. The setup is perfect and beautiful. Let's go ahead and solve for the variables now. Here's the original word problem. And here is our setup. So putting everything together, we have 10a plus 7c is equal to 13,150. That was in emerald, so this is our money equation. Then we have a plus c is equal to 1,450. And this equation refers to the amount of tickets that were sold. So we have two unknowns. We have two equations. Let's go ahead and solve this. And we can solve this by using the substitution method. So using the substitution method, we can isolate a variable. And in this case, I'm going to isolate this variable. So the variable a, because it's simple and clean. And let's go ahead and try that. So here is the system of equations. What we're going to do, we're going to isolate this variable a. So I rewrote just this equation. So we have a plus c is equal to 1,450. Let's go ahead and solve for a. So getting a alone, we can actually subtract c on both sides of the equal sign. Because right here we have a plus c, opposite of addition is subtraction. So let's go ahead and subtract c on this side, and let's go ahead and subtract c on the other side of the equal sign. So what you do on one side, you also do on the other side of the equal sign. And what is going to happen to the c's? The c's are going to cancel out, and we're left with, bring down your a is equal to 1,450 minus c. So this is perfect because what we can do, after getting a completely by itself, we can take the 1,450 minus c and substitute that in for a up here. So we're going to take this and substitute 1,450 minus c in for a up here in your first equation. So that means we're going to get everything in terms of c. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we plugged it in. We substitute 1,450 minus c into the first equation, in for a, because that's what we solved for. So in doing that, we have 10 times parentheses 1,450 minus c, close parentheses, plus 7c is equal to 13,150. So up here, everything is in terms of c, everything is in terms of one variable, which is what we want. And because we have the parentheses and we have a number in front of the parentheses, let's go ahead and distribute the 10 within the parentheses. So we have 10 times 1,450, which gives us 14,500. We have 10 times c, which gives us just 10c. Bring down your minus sign. Bring down your plus sign. Bring down your 7c. Bring down your equal sign. Bring down your 13,150. So now everything is in terms of one variable. It's in terms of c. Right here we have negative 10c plus 7c. What can we do with this? Because these two are like terms, we can combine these two. So negative 10 plus 7 gives us a negative number. It's going to give us negative 3, but because there's a c right here and right here, we have negative 3c. Bring everything else down. We have 14,500 minus 3c is equal to 13,150. All right, this is looking wonderful. Let's go ahead and continue to solve for c. We can't touch the negative 3c just yet. We have to get everything around it away from the variable. So right here we have 14,500. It's a positive 14,500. Opposite of a positive is a negative, so let's go ahead and subtract 14,500